Are you guys ready for more zombies?
Are we? Are you guys ready? Are you?
I think I am.
Come join us in the
No.
fun. Mom and Kim are brand new to The Walking Dead. This was their very first third episode. And the last title was amazing because that was called Guts.
Yes.
And how fitting was that?
It
was a
so
perfect
fitting.
title.
That was perfect.
And it was a great idea.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure out something. You gotta be brave. Thank God for brave people like
Trying
Rick
to
and Glenn to
stay
go out
alive.
there. I mean, to be able to put what's your choices, you know? It could work, and it did, and you have to wear flesh, like rotting flesh of dead people in order to survive to get through the crowd. Oh my God.
And the
Perhaps I
rain
was
just happened to
gagging.
come, of course.
Yeah, luckily they got kind of far before it happened, but
Just in
still, it
time.
could have been pretty
That's
bad
right, yeah.
too, definitely. And that proves it even more that that's what kept them, you know, kind of blended in with the zombies.
Yes,
That's
and it was
right,
a great
yes,
plan.
yeah.
Otherwise, they would have been, you know, they would have been zombie
Yeah,
bait.
that's
Gross.
right.
What a bad way to die too.
Mm.
You know, like just
Exactly.
getting ripped up by zombies, just eaten alive. Like that's awful. Like not only if you get bit, you can turn. Like they'll freaking eat you. You know, it's like
I know.
awful.
And they'll just wait.
God.
They're just waiting.
Mhm.
They won't
That's
leave
right.
either because they can smell you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So shall we
Scary.
get into the third episode, guys?
Yes, let's
Yes.
do it.
Let's
Might as
do it.
well.
Might as well. Mentally prepared, you guys.
That's right.
All right, 103.
You heard me, bitch. You got a problem? Bring it on if you man enough.
He's gonna
Take it
go.
up to Cheng if you pussy. Oh, well.
He's going
Hey,
bonkers.
you should see the look on his face.
Skin's even peeling a lot. Like he has no shade.
Oh, boy.
Look at his forehead. Oh, the whole top of his
Oh,
head.
gee.
Oh, no.
Oh, now he's going bonkers.
Okay.
Oh,
boy,
crap.
they're
They're coming to help you, all right.
Oh, boy.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Thank God he chained it. Ow.
Oh, this is horrible.
Mm-mm.
Think.
I ain't gonna beg you now.
God.
He's gonna get it. No, maybe not.
Oh, God.
Best not to dwell on it.
He's having so much fun.
It's like, turn that off.
Oh,
Think this is bad. Where do you start shaving? It stings. I will teach you to catch frogs.
Oh, I'm a girl. You talk to him.
It's a one-time offer, bud. Not to be repeated.
I would rather eat Miss Piggy. Yes, that came out wrong.
Hero, son, spoken of in song and legend. Holy crap, turn that damn thing off! I don't know how! Pop the hood, please. Would you pop the damn hood, please? Pop the damn hood, please!
Got a cool car.
Amy.
Oh,
boy.
can't wait for Rick's reunion.
Yeah.
How'd y'all get out of there anyway?
New guy.
Oh, wait.
Got us out.
Guy's a cop, like you.
Oh.
Oh.
Aw. God.
How awesome.
Aw.
Oh.
Is she looking right at Shane? Oh.
Yeah. Keep our fires low, just embers, so we can't be seen from a distance, right? Sweat is cold.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Tensions.
Have you given any thought to Daryl Dixon? He won't be happy to hear his brother was left behind.
To tell the truth, Merle was out of control. Something had to be done or he'd have gotten us killed.
We're gonna have our hands full when he gets back from his hunt.
Oh, goodness. A hunt.
I was scared. Dixon's alive.
He's still up there, handcuffed on that roof.
I love you, Carl.
How awkward, right?
Yeah, with your kid
Yeah,
right there.
it's right there.
He's a cute kid.
Belongs in here.
Just the guilt, you know.
No, that's kind of awkward.
He won't be.
Just put like a blanket
I've done
over
this
him
before.
completely.
Yeah, right?
It's like such disbelief.
Don't make any noise.
Look at him. Vultures.
Go on, strip it
Oh,
clean.
jeez.
You sleep okay?
Better than in a long time.
I mean, I think it's just the stupidest way to break your son.
What's going on?
Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no, he's right there.
Ew. The pitchfork.
Yeah, I like that pitchfork.
It's the first one we've had up here. They never come this far up the mountain.
Well, they're running out of food in the
Yeah,
city.
they
That's
More.
Hey.
Oh, that's not
Oh, where's
Daryl.
that crazy? The mean brother.
That's
Yeah,
my
Daryl.
deer. What do you know about it, old man? You take that stupid hat and go back to Uncle
Hot head.
Pond.
Oh.
Tracking this
Oh,
deer for miles.
Yeah, we gotta put it on the eye.
That'll be the brain. Squirrel! Get your ass out here.
Oh, boy.
Got us some squirrel.
So I handcuffed him on a roof, hooked him to a piece of metal. He's still there.
Oh, this poor guy. He's gonna
Let me
take it on
process
him.
this.
Listen to the whole story. He can't. He's too.
Sorry.
Your brother does not work and play well with others. It's not Rick's fault.
Don't say
I had the
anything.
key.
Let him explain.
I dropped it.
Peggy's gonna walk off. I'm not sitting here with anybody. Not you, Shayne, Lori, least of all. Tell her that.
So you and Daryl, that's your big plan?
Come on.
No, he's not gonna.
Not with the cool
Hey,
one.
Glenn.
Now, no problem. You said so yourself.
My day just gets better and better, don't it?
You see anybody
You could
else
be
here stepping
thankful.
up? Save your brother's cracker ass.
Why you?
Guns. Wait, what guns? 6 shotguns, 2 high-powered
In the
rifles,
streets.
over a dozen handguns. I cleaned out the cage back at the station before I left.
You went through hell to
bye.
find us.
Not the walkers.
You just got here and you're gonna turn around and leave?
I don't want you to go.
Oh.
Make me understand.
I owe a debt to a man I met and his little boy. The walkie-talkie, the one in the bag I dropped. He's got the other one. Our plan was to connect when they got closer. I need that bag.
Don't blow
Come
the
on,
horn.
let's go.
And I'd be like,
Jeez,
stop
sure,
with the
tell me to
noise.
come on.
Right? Come on.
Put up here on the hill.
We're gonna go.
You in that bag like the bottom of an old lady's purse.
I hate that you do this. I think that it's
I beg your
booze,
pardon.
reckless. You're gonna go, you're taking bullets.
Nothing's killed him yet.
God.
That's right. Gunshots. The hospital.
Look on the bright side, I
Walkers.
guess.
Only thing that's gonna get through that door is us.
Or he died of dehydration.
Shayne took him down to the quarry. There was some mighty bold talk about catching frogs.
Oh, that's right.
Right, you with me?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
Give me your mean face. Arr. Yes, sir. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Here we go, boy.
Can someone explain to me how the women wound up doing all the head of McDaniel work?
The world ended. Didn't you get the memo?
I do miss my Maytag.
I miss my bands. I miss my vibrator.
Like your phone?
Well,
What's so funny?
Just swapping war stories, Ed.
This ain't no comedy club.
Abusive.
Hey, Carl. Did I tell you about not leaving Dale's sight? Let me dispel it. You stay away from me. You stay away from my son. You don't look at him. You don't talk to him. From now on, my family is off limits to you. You are the one that told me that he died. You son of a bitch.
I just want Julie.
Ugly skank.
This guy's such a jerk, just so
Yeah, he's a jerk standing up.
I tell you what.
Hey,
Hey, don't think I won't knock you on your ass just because you some college-educated kids.
Bastard.
All right? Now you come on now.
my
Or
God.
you're gonna regret it later.
You bastard.
Look at him, look at him.
Oh, you just pissed off a bunch of
Oh,
women.
you son of a gun. Oh, calm down.
And he's taking out his aggression
Yes, he
too
is.
on him.
Oh, careful, careful. No, no.
Don't run to him.
I see, and that's what's so heartbreaking too, that
It
she
is
runs
hard.
to
Yeah,
him.
it is.
She
Yeah.
does love him, but
Go off for him. Yeah.
all right. So they didn't get through. So he's
Is he there?
loose. Oh, he cut his hand off.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, God.
he's gone. They didn't get through, right?
Whoa. He must have escaped.
Oh, he's gonna
or
be
they-
pissed off
And the music.
if he's alive.
There's a saw there.
Yeah, you saw the hand, right, Mom?
Yes, I did.
There's a saw
He
there, there's a
escaped.
hand there, so...
I know, he escaped. They
He's
didn't come and get
gone.
him,
He's
so, yeah.
How the heck did he
They kept
squeeze out of there? We didn't see blood
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
door.
That's a good question.
Where is he?
Yeah.
I'm jumping off this thing! Woo!
Right.
Go right into the lockers! Maybe if you land on a big group of them, they'll soften
Yeah.
your blow.
Oh, yeah.
You jump off.
And he didn't
wow.
take the saw with him.
No.
You'd think he'd use that as a, maybe he took some other tools.
There was a few other tools, I think.
Yeah, he had the
There, so,
toolbox
yeah.
there, right?
Yeah, it was all
Bag.
scattered. We only saw the saw there, it looked like.
Yeah.
And then the handcuff.
So maybe
Yeah.
he did take some tools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you guys were trying to figure it out, where Daryl was really upset, it seemed, and he kept yelling, no, no. So you guys thought that he did escape. To me, I took it immediately that it was a dead body, because he was so upset and
thought-
angry. That's what my initial thought was. How about you guys?
That's what I thought first, but then when I
Just the
saw,
body.
yeah, over there and just saw the hand and then the saw too.
Yeah,
So
I thought he
knew.
was eaten, but I didn't
Yeah.
think. I mean, you didn't see any. They don't look intelligent enough to go back to the door to get out. They would be like roaming around.
Well,
you
it was
know,
still
on
chained
the
up
top.
too, so they
Chained
didn't
up,
get
yeah,
through.
they had to really, yeah.
Yeah,
got
so they didn't
through.
get through. So I had a feeling that if
Something
they didn't get
else.
through, so
But heat
yes, it looked
exhaustion.
like he.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
he
a lot
just
of things
thought-
that could kill you up there, depending on
yeah.
how long he was left up
Oh,
there.
big time! But it looked like it was like what, a day or two that he was up there,
Mm-hmm.
because they went to the
Right.
camp and came back that next day. So wasn't there too long. But he
wow.
cut his hand off. He's gone.
Oh, jeez.
Holy! And they're gonna smell him. I mean, there's blood. I mean, it's a human blood.
That's true too.
That's right. Yeah,
And
boy, they're
you
gonna.
didn't see
Faber's
him in
not
the,
with him.
Department store,
He's
like
gonna be
wrapped
bleeding
with
a
his
lot,
stuff,
so,
unless
you
he's
know.
fainted somewhere. But he'd be eaten though.
Mm-hmm. And what do you guys think of Daryl Dixon?
He is going
bro-
to be a hothead. He's going to be
Yes.
just like his brother.
But, yeah,
You guys were
they said
terrified
that,
from the
yeah.
start.
I was terrified,
God.
but he kind of listened, and he wasn't as angry as I thought he was going to be. But he wasn't very thankful to the group of guys. I mean, you know, Rick
wasn't.
roped Glenn into going.
I know, poor Glenn.
Yeah.
It's like,
Glenn.
oh man.
He was kind of wishing he can have his hot rod, but
Yeah,
you
Glenn
know,
was
they got
upset
a group
about
of guys. I mean,
Yeah.
they're taking their own lives into account too. I mean, they might lose their lives going back to Atlanta, for crying out loud.
That's right. Oh my God.
And now they have to go get the guns after this.
Oh, that's right.
Man, I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe Merle got the guns. He's like, come on!
Yeah.
I got it in the truck. What are we waiting for?
You never know, right? I mean,
who knows? Maybe Glenn will steal another car. He might.
They're like, not now, Glenn, especially with the alarm. No.
That's right.
He might be able to. I'm sure there's a lot of picking to go around.
So, yeah.
Like a lot of different cars just stranded there. But what did
so
you guys...
Rick, rather. I'm so happy that Rick decided to go back. You know, he made a promise. And
yes, he did.
You know, no matter
so
what kind of human he is, he's still human.
No.
And there's not many humans around.
That's right.
That we're seeing.
Yeah, and he takes a lot of responsibility for his actions too. Like he's like, we're just going to tell the truth on what happened, and he bluntly just told Daryl. Yeah, you know, so that was good. And him wanting to go back, I was trying to see it through Lori's eyes too. You guys thought it was good that he went back. Like, if you were in her situation, what would you think? Like, would you try to keep him like at camp, or you know, have him go back?
Lori knows how he is. She was upset that he went back, but she knows that he wants to save people. He doesn't want to leave them there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And Carl was, you know, perfectly behaved, and he knew his dad was going to be fine. You know, he made it through so many obstacles already and made it to them. And he knows he's going to be fine. You know, he's very confident he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Good.
That was the deal breaker. It's good. It's a good cause, and he's a great leader. He really is.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to see it through Lori's eyes, I mean, you never know what you're going to do until you're in that situation.
That's
and
right.
with me, like, I am happy they went back, because Rick is right. You don't want to be, you know, savage or anything and leave a human being rotting and being tortured, like just drying out, getting like heat stroke and sunburns. And I mean, it's a terrible, slow way to die if the walkers don't even get at you. And even if they do, they slowly eat you. They don't try to kill you first. They just start eating whatever they get a hold of. So what a bad way to go. So Rick was right there. And I see Shayne's point too, where he's like, he's a really bad freaking man. Like, why do you even care about wanting to save him?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, I wouldn't want Merle in our group either. I'm like, I totally get like leaving him there, but you want to be humane too, because then where does it end? You know, like if people start making decisions on brutally leaving someone to die in a horrible way,
where are you going to draw the line?
Lori was really mad at Shayne about telling her that Rick was dead. He didn't want anything to do with him after that.
And that's why I have to be careful with what I say, because I'm like, did she say that already? Did he say something that made her assume that he was dead?
I don't know. That's what she just said.
She did say it. No, she did say it. But I almost like made a comment. I'm like, don't do it. So I'm glad that I didn't.
That's going to be hard.
It is going to be hard, you know. It's been a while since I've seen The Walking Dead. I watched it with Lee and Nicole up to the 5th season. And, you know, we were drinking half the time, so some things I don't remember fully, but I do remember a lot of the details. But I just have to make sure I don't comment on something before it happens and be like, oh, crud, you know. You know, but it is fun watching it so far back in the beginning, because there's a lot of things like I'm like, wow, yeah, that's crazy. And but now going back to Lori, you know, her having a child, like your husband's alive, the father of your child's alive, and well, I mean, I'd be scared for him to go back, because she knows how he is, like you were saying, Mom. But so she was okay with that in a way, and she was like, okay, you have to go back, like kind of initiating that in the conversation to the group. But then when it came down to it, she was kind of freaked out and like, you shouldn't go, like Shayne's right. And I kind of agree with her there. I'm glad he did go, because you have to set an example of, you know, you need to save your own no matter what. You know, you need to be humane. And they need supplies, they need weapons, and they have really good weapons that he dropped in the street, right? So I get why he has to go back. You have to be able to defend yourself, but at the same time, something could go wrong. Like, he did survive this long, but something could go wrong.
Yes.
At the same time...
and he's not overly confident. He knows what the dangers are. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And if something does happen, I mean, you know, they're left alone again. They lose him all over again. But if you just hide away and don't do anything, you're going to wither away into nothing, or you're just going to get attacked or something, because you got to be able to do something to keep surviving.
And you have to
just kind of stay in your own bubble.
Yeah, you just have to show trust and togetherness, and you have to be a team. You have to be together. There's not many of you guys in this this little bubble, if you will.
That's
and
right.
the walkers are coming up from the city now. They're coming into the country.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's scary.
you got to stick together. So you've got a couple of hotheads in the mix. You know, you have people all walks of life. You have, you know, you got Merle, who we don't know if he's going to come back. You've got Daryl, I guess his name is. Then you have Carol's husband, who's an abusive husband, looks like from day one. He doesn't, he's probably, you know, you don't want to stereotype him, but he looks like he's, you know, wallowing in whatever, self-pity, or just he's so used to abusing her. He thinks he can do it in front of all these other people.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
And just, you know, mocking her, and she has to, you know, just work for him. Who the heck do you think you are,
no
man?
way, no way.
I know violence
What, are you
isn't the
living in
way.
Stone Ages or what?
Yeah, but
Shayne, he really got it. He really gave it to him.
He needed it. He needed to get, you know, get down a peg or two. But it was a little bit too much. I think he was taking the aggression from the relationship with Lori and what he said to Lori about, you know, Rick dying, and you know, he's got to swallow his pride, and I think he just took it out on.
I think so too. But
on Carol's husband, and
yes,
well, he got it all right.
He did, yeah.
But you know, it stinks because now Carol's going to be, you know, taking care of him, and then, you know, he's going to have this little pity
She's
party.
going to feel sorry for him. Don't feel sorry for him.
Isn't that so sad with abuse? Because, I mean,
that's horrible.
I don't want to say much, you know, because it's private. Not with me, but like I know of someone that's had issues before, and it's sad to see that, because like whether you're weak. I mean, Carol looks really weak here, you know, just going through this episode. And, you know, a lot of people who are abused are very weak-minded like that. Like, they're smart, but, you know, they think that, oh, I deserve this. And, you know, they're just, like, beaten to a point where they just believe that they deserve it. And they still love their husband, like, oh, my God. And, you know, like, I'm nothing compared to this person, and I love them. And you also have people who are really strong, too, and they just make excuses either way, strong or weak. You make excuses on why you deserve it. And it's okay, and it's so heartbreaking to see that, and for her to run up to him when he's gravely hurt, and she's like so upset, and you can tell that she's been abused. The girls that were saying, yeah, we've seen the bruises, Ed, we've seen, you know, and he just doesn't care. He goes right up to them like they're nothing, and he's not doing any work. He's not helping at all.
Just standing there over them.
It's almost like he's been like how he is now, as he was before this, you know, tragic, whatever, this apocalypse happened. Like maybe he was out of work, maybe whatever his issue is, maybe he's a, you know, former drunk, you don't know what his issue is. And he just took it out on her, you know, and just made him feel better. But with Carol, you know, abused people, they have to get through their own threshold before they say enough is enough. And it could come in the middle of the night when he's not doing anything, and she might kill him. You just never know. When it comes to her threshold, you don't know what the abused person is going to do either.
Especially when you have kids involved, you know, like they mentioned she has a daughter, and even Shayne's like, if you touch your daughter, or you touch your wife or anyone else in this camp again. That was so satisfying to me. I know that was wrong, but I was so ashamed.
It was great because he was saying, as he's hitting him, you know, and when he's almost finished, he's saying that, and that's really good. It wasn't like he was just, I'm so mad that, you know, Rick's back and everything is going, you know, he was really calling him out on it, Carol's husband, like, you know, you do this again, this is nothing that's going to happen to you.
So just to ask you, how do you feel about Shayne? Like, what do you think Shayne is feeling right now? Do you think he's happy to see Rick? Like, not foreshadowing anything, I'm just curious on like what you think in that moment. Like, do you think he's relieved to see him back?
Yes, I think he's relieved to see him back, but I don't know about the other, but Rick's wife, neither Lori, you know.
I think he was really happy to see him back, and I think
so,
Lori was really happy to see him back, and I think it was genuine, you know, their moment in the tent. I thought that was very genuine. And then it solidified when she went and approached Shayne after, you know, the whole frog adventure. You know, it solidified that, she doesn't want, you know, anything to do with them. But I feel bad for Shayne because I really think he did have feelings for her.
Oh, I think so too.
Do you understand why she was really angry at him though?
Because he said that he was that Rick was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
what
why
I thought,
she let him mentally go. She still had his wedding ring on her necklace.
That's right.
In like a memorial of him, to remember him by.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
he would
that's
be
right.
okay with this relationship.
Yeah, that's what
Because
set her
if
off.
you heard, say, like, this happened to you, and they told you that your husband was dead, but he wasn't, like, how would you feel in that moment? Because I would take it as, why would you say someone was dead when you didn't actually see it happen? You know what I mean? Like, that would, like, really set me off, too, I think.
Yeah.
It would, but I think in this circumstance, which is such an unusual circumstance, you have this zombie apocalypse. Maybe he just wanted to soften it to her. You don't know.
Yes, and
It
maybe
seems like
she's-
they were having a relationship prior to this anyway, prior to even Rick being shot. It seemed like the woman that he was with was Lori. And that's why they were having, Rick and Lori were having problems. Maybe it was because they were having an affair.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's true, too.
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't having an affair. I seem to think that they were
That they
having
had
an
some
affair
problems,
before
yeah.
the accident. But, maybe it's hard. I think it was trying to just soften her blow that it's okay. We can continue our relationship now.
Yeah.
He's got to be dead in the hospital. Don't think about it. Don't worry about it. Maybe he didn't want her going back for him.
Yeah.
Possibly trying to
true,
get
we
him
don't
out.
know.
One thought that I had watching this for the first time was, I kind of thought, well, maybe he said that because everything's in chaos, people are dying around them, and they had to get out of there fast, and he probably knew it was very slim that his friend
very
was still
small
alive,
percentage,
especially
Yeah,
if he
he
was still in a
survived.
coma,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone's deserting the hospital and just like free for all out everywhere, and no one can protect him. So he was probably just like, he's dead, we gotta
Assuming?
go just to
Yeah.
save their lives. Like, he had to
Yes.
just say that and
That's
just
true,
he didn't want him dead at all, and he
Right.
hoped for the best, but he had to get them out of there. And most
That's true,
likely, most people would believe, unfortunately, my loved ones are probably dead. Like, if everyone's dying all around me, and this is
Yeah.
everywhere, if it is, we don't even know at this point. Like, you would just
And
assume
nobody's
the worst.
watching over Rick neither to take care of him. So.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
I can
so the odds are
understand.
against him.
Yeah.
I would still be mad if someone told me that, but in that
I'd
circumstance,
be so really. I would take it. I would be very upset, but I'd be like, "Oh my God, he's alive."
yeah.
That's right.
I
Thank
would-
goodness,
this is
gotta
awesome.
be
I
thankful.
would be
Yeah,
asking
that's
reasons, like, why did you have to tell me that? Like, you get
Yeah.
mad, yell it out
Yeah.
or something, then be like, why did you have to tell me that? And then be like, well, I had to get you out of there and save you. And then even though you'd still be mad, you can come to terms with
Yeah.
it. Okay, well, otherwise we probably would have died, because at that moment, if they tried to go back, they probably would have been dead. Look at all the destruction right
Yeah.
outside the hospital, the helicopters, all the dead bodies and everything,
All the
So-
military vehicles, everything.
Yeah, so,
Oh,
I
dear.
would be asking
Yeah.
reasons instead of saying don't ever, and I know Lori probably feels guilty too.
I was gonna say she probably does feel guilty.
So
She
I
did
just
say
think it's a
sorry
little
for
unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
You
didn't
know?
say for what, but
Yeah.
And then Carl's probably like, what's going on right now? Them doing their thing in the woods, and then they were so close, and Shayne's really helping him out, which I think is so sweet. And now
It is,
she's
yeah.
like, get away from us and don't ever talk to us again or whatever. And it's like,
and he's been such a part of Carl's life
Yeah.
since this happened. I don't know exactly how long. Hopefully, they'll start telling us how this whole thing happened. Come on, okay, Rick told them his story. Hopefully he'll get a little bit more of the whole picture.
Can you imagine, we're just so used to phones, clocks, and everything's digital, so it's
Yeah.
easier to keep track of everything. But you have nothing. If you're lucky if you have a watch, and
That's right,
your
yeah.
batteries you have to think about, and most things you can't you have to go back to ancient times. What are these ancient times? You have to go back to times where we looked at the sun and gauged okay, well, it's this
That's
time
right,
of
yeah.
day, and things that we just totally take for granted that we're like, oh my
And you had
god.
to do your wash too, down
No,
by the water.
Yeah, and a
Yeah, and it
washboard.
shouldn't be
Like
just
that.
females.
That's right.
I love how they were commented on that. That was great.
I
And-
love that conversation. That was great.
Yeah, they seem to be getting
They
along
gotta
well,
stick
which
together.
is important. Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
stick together, and just the heat too. And I was thinking
Oh, wow.
bad storms coming through and stuff that you have to
That's
deal
right, yeah.
with, and You know, just a lot of things that we just take for granted.
We're spoiled.
We are spoiled.
Very spoiled.
Now we need to be preppers,
Think about it.
doomsday preppers.
I appreciate it, though.
It's crazy, huh? But yeah, I'm glad you guys are watching this show. And third episode, we didn't see a whole lot of zombies in this one.
No,
it was mainly about the people.
We didn't. It was more of the, the togetherness, the people trying to learn, what their stories are and how serious they are. It seems like Dale is very resourceful. It seems like that's his RV, and whoever his sidekick is.
Yeah,
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they all have like a niche, which is good. Like they all have some kind of skill set, which is important to have. What's mine? I can draw things. I can build costumes for people. We can blend in. I'll make everyone leave costumes. There we go.
I'll be a tree.
Tree. So I think we'll end it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out our links below if you want to see the next episode early. And we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.